What is going on, everyone? We are back at turn 60, and we are playing Abraham Lincoln, Civ 6. And see here, when we last left off, we were trying to take a barb camp over here, trying to settle here. And actually, I think that's our next move right here. Get our coastal set. So there we got sailing in 4 turns. We got riding in 4 turns. We got masonry in 2. We need to mine a resource. And we have one here that we can mine. So I think 60. It's going to be about 140 goldish, maybe a little bit more to buy these 2 tiles to mine this and get the bonus. But getting those bonuses is worth it every time. So that being said, we got the monuments, and our plan was to grab Beowulf after the monuments. I've got a builder 2 turns away here from being built, and this establishes in 3. So what we're going to do is establish, switch to the builder, build that out. The chop will probably give us the monument, and then we'll be right into Beowulf that we can continue to chop out. And it looks like new city. And builder in 22 turns, I think, is what we're going to do. Just for now. We might end up changing that, but builder will let us. It's a hill. It is a hill. It's a very hill. A lot of hills in this map where I'm at. Okay. So I think we're about ready to move on in turns. And once again, I do want to get over to that holy site.
The time has come to history marches.
Okay, so we're in the classical era already.
Each of us is carving a
We got a normal age. And I'm probably going to go with free inquiry plus 1 era score for every Eureka I trigger. And I'm pretty good at triggering these, so I think I'm going to hit almost all of them up until we get to the medieval era at least. And those are a little bit easier, in my opinion, to hit than all of the culture ones. So let's go with free inquiry. And we're going to move like this. Now we're going to start getting this worked on with that archer. Okay, so now we can switch this. Get our first district built. We're a little late on getting our first district built. We just, for kind of the setup that we had, not having a farm or a resource that we could put a farm on did kind of hamper the growth that I wanted to start with. Fortunately, we had these bananas here that gave us the yields we wanted. And we already get an extra science there, so that's nice. 5 gold, 2 food. I'm probably going to stick with that. We want to get these forests chopped out of here pretty much as soon as possible. They're just not, and especially this guy here, we want to get that all chopped out of here and get farms up, I think. At least until we can get districts and the wonders built on them. They're just not really great for the setup I got going because I got enough production on all my other tiles that I just don't need those. So we're going to get this in 7 turns. and then I can take money and buy the marble and mine it. So I just need to save one build here for that. Now these are going to bonus this, so I don't need to necessarily chop that out now. But I can get over here with irrigation. And I don't have a plan to do anything with this tile as of right now. So by dropping a plantation on that, we're going to just be able to reap the reward of that all the way to the end game, it looks like. At least until I find maybe some random wonder that I might want to go ahead and put on there. Oh, and that's right, I actually wanted to get an oracle built. So why don't we go plantation, buy this, chop it, that'll give us our holy site quicker, and then we can get an oracle on there. And as long as this doesn't spawn a unit on the next turn, I think we're going to be good to go ahead and kill this guy. Well, I think he's going to win it anyway. Why don't we defend? Go ahead and found that city. God, I do. 1, 2, and even a third. So I need 2 of these to get a bonus. Okay, so we'll go with builder. And we had that governor waiting right here. Magnus. And we're gonna probably end up chopping this first, so why don't we get Magnus to Washington? And then we'll bring Arena to Cincinnati to push the borders up quicker. That builder's in 2 turns, so that all looks pretty good. Well, why don't we go ahead and hit the slinger. Okay, let's go with that setup. And like I said, we want to stop this from being built, so we're going to park on it. We're going to heal up there. Come into that section, and then we're going to get the archer on the hill. We'll be able to start bombarding. And with as many hills are in this map right now, I think I'm going to go with moves faster on hills. And let's get up here where we can corner this slinger regardless of where he goes. Now if I can get on the if I can get on this right here, that'll save it for me and I can heal up, then raid it. Okay, why don't we switch to builder? Alright, we want to get our spearmen over to here because you only need 1 spearman.
Vessels large may venture more.
And you need that spearman to get 1 kill right here to get military tactics. And we do need to mine a resource very soon here. Now we can just start working XP on this archer here. There is a volcano going on here though, and if it erupts, this archer could end up dead. So we are going to want to probably move one tile in, probably to here. And I can occasionally hit this Liverpool, and then heal up. Okay, now I also see up here with our horses, we've got 50. So let's go to Harold and see if we can sell. Now he's got 50. So we're not going to be able to get rid of our horses to unload on anybody. We're going to need to meet somebody else to do that. Okay, I am going to move in. I know this guy can't come out and hit, and that's fine. But I'm going to make him do it first, and the extra XP is going to be fine. Okay, now we do want to chop here. So for right now, let's get our monument. And then where do we want to chop? Actually, do we want to just get the amenity first? Get another builder over here. We want to chop there first. So we'll just have Liang stay put. You want to chop out these 2-1 tiles. That's what we want to get rid of first. Lock in the 2-2 tiles. We're going to get the amenity, then we'll chop. Battle cry. And then over to more exploration. Okay, now I think we got enough to buy this land, chop it out.
Writing means share.
I'm gonna keep this guy kind of near here. So I can explore here, but what tends to happen in these big wide open spaces like this is a barb camp tends to spawn in there. So it's good to keep someone near your capital, kind of defend if that happens. I'd like to get watermills going and maybe even get a chariot on the field, but it's not critical right now. When we do have ironworking within reach, we got enough iron to upgrade several of our troops. We've got enough horses to make a couple horsemen. So I think we're going to go ahead and get ironworking, upgrade a couple swordsmen, then we'll get horseback, build a couple horses, and by that time we should be able to mine a resource and probably just get that outright by mining the resource. So we're doing pretty good then. if we can get Beowulf on the field, we might be able to go ahead and knock England out really quick here. We've already kind of taken England's army all the way down to the point where they just can't move out of their city.
The opportunity has arrived.
Politics is the art of the posse.
Yeah, we get our first government. I'm going to go with oligarchy. I love the 20% experience for units. And America is a war civ in this game. So we're going to stay on the warpath here. Our goal is to knock everyone out. I do like the first envoy I send to count as 2. We're going to have a lot of units, so making reducing this the unit by 1 essentially turns those first tier units, the warriors and the slingers, to free, because I believe their maintenance is only 1. And we're going to stick with 1 production in all cities. So confirm, and that will go. And we found a Nazi. It's an interesting hero. We might go ahead and go try to get him as well. Because you can do an Anasi playthrough that really helps get your science push along. Let me go ahead and build that. Let's buy. Shop. That all it. So hang in this area. I think I saw you. Barb camp's gonna spawn here. I got that feeling. And here we go. Now we can get flanking. We've gone this far, and now flanking's the last one to get. We want to build a wonder. This games and recreation construction. This one's a tough one to get the bonus on. I always get there before I can bonus it. Look at where construction is. You got to build a water mill and bonus it. And for whatever reason, well, here we'd have to build a water mill and then research the thing. And we're just not going to get that done before we get there. Most likely not. We're probably not even going to get a wonder built before we get here. Now you could go one turn, alternate back and forth. But at this point, I just don't think that either of those are going to happen. So we want to probably be looking at trying to bonus these things out here. So an encampment, that's going to be hard to do right now. Declaration of war, no one's probably going to declare war on me. I've got probably a pretty good military score going on right now. I'm not going to get 2 campuses built, but I can found a religion. And that's going to probably be where we're going. And right now no one has a religion still. So, I think we ought to go ahead and just start trying to get our religion founded. We were going to get Beowulf here, so let's do that. We are up here. We're going to get our shrine, so we can start getting our religion, our profit points to get our religion going. And this guy is strong enough now that I think we can go ahead and raid this camp. So we're going to raid it. Get 20 gold per turn. It's a 15 and a 16 for a build. We don't need Liang here. We need Liang at the next place that we're going to get a builder. It's probably here. So let's start getting Liang in position for that. And the next place that we're going to do a chop is here. So we're going to swap Magnus to New York. We're going to take Liang, put in Washington. And the reason we want to put Magnus here is this groundbreaking. 50% from plot harvests and feature removals. So when we chop trees, we're going to get 50% more of the production for cutting the trees down. And we're going to cut a lot of forest right here. So we'll have him here, and we're going to basically chop a Beowulf out. Now this one build, why don't we get up here and see if we can mine that resource and get our wheel. We're getting 20 gold per turn by the time he gets over to here. Hopefully we can get this candy warrior out of here. We can buy this. Oh, that's going to turn in 1 turn. Then we can buy this. So when we turn this over, the candy warrior should get kicked out. Now let's go get our spear kill. I think we're going to take this spot as the first chop here. Or even better might be to chop here first. Kind of at the point now where we can do a little bit more planning. So I plan around rivers, and you can see here that where it says river there, this is the St. Lawrence River. We have a dam right here. To have a dam, you have to have 2 borders of a tile. So these are the 2, this one right here and this one right here. So you can put a dam on that. You can only put 1 dam per river. We can see the fork here makes 2 rivers. So this river is the Columbia. So that's good. And this is still St. Lawrence. And that's still St. Lawrence. So I want to put a dam on the Columbia. The problem right now I'm running into, okay, that's Columbia, is to put a dam it has to be wetland, which is this kind of tile, the floodplains. And it doesn't look like Columbia has one that I can use here. This is one right here, but Armagh is probably going to take it. And, well, we're going to take Armagh eventually, so we are going to put a dam here when we do take it. So that's going to dam our Columbia River. What river is this? Is this still the St. Lawrence? This is the Potomac. 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 St. Lawrence. Columbia. Potomac. So all 3 of these squares have a different, or I always call them squares. If you play enough Civ up through Civ 3, these were squares, but now they're hexes. We just call them tiles, but all 3 tiles are a different river. And unfortunately, this one, I feel like this one should have been Columbia, because how many of these river, this is all Columbia down here. It's only got this one St. Lawrence. But they gave it to St. Lawrence. So Potomac, let's start looking to see where we can put a dam over here. And this one is the Gudbrand Dasalang River. So it's not looking like we're going to be able to get a dam on the Columbia. All the banks are too high. Okay, well, no worries on that. We got 1 dam here. Which means with that said, we're going to go with an aqueduct. And we'll go a industrial zone there. And then with Armagh, when we take it, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So we really can probably do a double pump industrial there. Now, our religion has a pantheon of 2 amenities, 2 housing, in cities with a holy site district, but it has to be on a river. So we want to get our holy sites on rivers. And for here, we're going to put this holy site here. Because the forests, these 2 forest tiles, if they're still there, will bonus them. And then we're probably going to be looking at getting a holy site right about there. Depending what tiles are here and here. That's just an option. Okay, now for over here, we've only got the one thing to bonus an industrial zone right here. 1 stone. So we're going to need guessing an aqueduct. Probably right here. Industrial zone, and we're not going to play for this rock. Instead, we're going to mine up these hills. And all of those would actually bonus this industrial zone, so we'll do it like that. So let's stick with that. Our water's coming here, industrial zone there. Now we're looking at where we can drop a holy district on a river and bonus stuff. So you're probably you're looking for trees and you're looking for mountains. And jungle doesn't work. These are jungle, these are trees. So it's got to be... Now if I drop a holy district here, the lumber mill, which would still bonus, you can put a lumber mill on it and the trees still count for the bonus for the holy site. And then now you want to think about how we're going to double bonus this holy site. We're going to probably go with commercial there. And we can probably do encampments. And then we'll do an aerodrome. And that'll get us a pretty decent section of bonusing going on there. Now if we really want to do this right, we would get a lumber mill here. And we're going to grow some trees on top of this hill, and then we'll put a lumber mill there. So the trees will bonus the holy site, the lumber mills will bonus the industrial area. And there's with districts, there's some districts that bonus give a double bonus, and then there's some like these that will just give a single bonus, but it'll still be a bonus. And really anything is better than nothing. Sorry, I just got a text. Alrighty, now Commando +1 movement and can scale cliff walls. The movement is the better part of this, so we're gonna go with get that movement, and it looks like we're gonna go ahead and be able to take this Liverpool. Alrighty. Yeah, definitely. We're in a good spot. We don't really have to plan this section out very well yet. But we're going to stick with what we got there in our plan. Fortunately, there'll be no peace. There is only war. And you are on my piece of land, so you must get off. So the vampire did come through here.
More specialized
Bravery.
Stick with what I got. I can make some cavalry eventually. I might end up putting this in when I go build my horses there. I'm going to put this in when I go build my boats. I do need one more. No, I need two more archers. So, but I don't need them yet. So let's not sweat it. And so we just got military tradition here. So as you can see when I hover over, you see on the bottom, on the right hand side, it says Warrior 32 Strength. It's the sword. And you look at all the bonuses right now. I'm running with, I got 20 base strength. My unit is damaged, so I'm -1. Battle Cry, +7. +4 combat strength from Oligarchy, so my government. And +2 flanking bonus, because I have another troop on the other side. So the name of this game in combat, you can see theirs, they have 20 base strength. They -5 for being damaged unit, -2 for being in unfavorable terrain, and then the difficulty is 0. We're even as far as difficulty goes. They don't get any bonuses. But I don't get any bonuses either. So the combat is just fair across the board, based on what you can arrange with your buffs. So I want to take this section out. I think we want commercial hub there. Like to get encampment there, I think. Well, let's chop this out. Okay, I'm not gonna get a wonder built. I don't need a theater yet. I don't need a great rider points. I'm not gonna use that card. I'm not gonna build an arena yet, or a coliseum, or a complex. So these two don't matter to me. Instead, what I need is this. So I'm gonna go to the bottom, because I'm gonna definitely get to found a religion first. That's a decent card, but I don't need it. I don't need that card. I don't really need the statue of Zeus. So really, when push comes to shove, I don't need military training. I don't need that. I don't need that. But the governor title is a good thing I could use. And this is a really good wonder if you have a coastal capital, which I don't. But in the late game, sometimes you'll see this wonder still hanging out. And it's a good one to put on your best coastal city when you get a chance. But I'm not going to grab that just because I want that. Or I might use it. Library, that might be something I use. Yeah, the reason why we're coming down here is we want to get this temple. Right? We're gonna found a religion, so that's gonna buff this. And well, let's think a little bit more here. And from there, we can get into monarchy and get an even better government, and our Kotoku in. So yeah, that's the direction we want to go, which would be something like this. Get one. We're not going to build two campuses. We might as well get that out of the way. They're not going to declare war on us. We might as well get that out of the way. We might actually build a bunk. We might actually build an encampment. So that's the last one we would want to do here. Okay. Well, let's keep going with what we got. Get our one build out here. Before we forget and spend our money elsewhere, let's just buy that. It wasn't too bad. In fact, he could probably withstand 2 more attacks. And maybe even get another upgrade there. Go ahead and take Liverpool.
We are losing loyalty in one of our... We have taken a new...
Okay, so loyalty here is 6. We're gonna keep it. Rebellion in 23, so this is okay. We start with a monument. Hit first here. Second here. And they'll probably stay put on defense. Then we'll get that on the next. We need 2 turns to get him in, and then we'll chop. So we'll skip the turn, that way we don't forget him. Got an extra envoy. Where do we want the envoy? So we have the card where we get 2 whenever we put one down. We probably will end up taking Taruga over at some point. So I don't know that I want to spend that envoy there, to be honest. Even though if we did, we would get +1 science, which our science is only 12. So +1 science is you know, it's not quite a 10% increase per turn, but it's enough that I think I'm just going to go ahead and drop it there. And we're about to start getting great profit points. You can already see now that we're going to be at full loyalty in 64 turns, so it's doing pretty good. Go with Battle Cry. Got our Shrine. Now let's start thinking about Wonder. We're going to get the Oracle going. In 2 turns, we will get another population here. We'll get another amenity. 1 turn till we get our chop. Gonna move over here. We should be able to cross through now. The bend. Okay, we will go through. Try to get down here to ambush. This guy's almost certainly going to attack me. But there's a lot of empty space between me and him, so I can get away. But I can take the XP now, which is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get our spear kill, which will get our bonus.
It was a fantastic landscape. For all around were
Mount
rocks of the weirdest
Roraima.
forms standing in apparently impossible positions. Some
What does Mount Rama do? A 4-tile, impassable, natural wonder provides 1 faith, 1 science to adjacent tiles. Okay. No peace. We will be taking London soon.
The Lord made us all out of iron.
Is this a hill? I think I want to wait just a minute, maybe get up there. Okay, now he's in. So here we go. Better chop there. Maybe even get another kill here. Now I do have a open border, so I can explore their land, and I'm gonna do that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and defend and take another hit there. Get some horses out. And let's bonus that, and actually mine a resource. Is that not a... It's a quarry. That sucks. I was thinking that was going to be a mine. And when it says a resource, it actually has to be something that is a mineable resource. Like this, silver. So I don't think we're going to get one mined. We might as well just start getting that so we can get our water mills up, because almost all of our cities are on rivers. So getting that water mill built in all these cities is going to be good. Except for the AI built this one not on a river. It looks like there's a river here, but that doesn't count as a river. As you can see, when you hover over it, it doesn't say there's a river there. Because the river actually has to be a border like this. Okay, so now where are we going? What are we doing here? We're gonna stick with that. We want to chop another out. I want to put an aqueduct here eventually, so why don't we chop there? We already built a quarry. Oh no, here we go. That's the one. We can buy the mercury. So we don't need to research the will. We can just stick with... We just stick with that. Look at that. Every once in a while it just kind of works out for you. So when we get enough gold to buy this tile, we're gonna get over there and grab it. I would like to get a swordsman out, but Okay, combat against cavalry or melee. Double support bonus is kind of cool, but it's on the this cavalry. You don't see a lot of cavalry out early, or not, I'm not seeing any cavalry out, so it's kind of a meh on bonus right now. So just go with thrust. Right here, when we get on top of that, and with these camps, you can re-raid them after every certain amount of turns. So I might do that. I wasn't really counting these guys to come out, but that means there's definitely a camp in here. So I can start working on London with these archers. These guys are great at defense, but they're not good at attacking. So I can probably survive another attack with them. I definitely can. So we'll get more XP. Okay, we can disperse the clan. Or we can wait 3 turns and raid it again. I'm gonna say wait 3 turns and raid it again. Hey, we got a religion? Oh, we got a religion now. Someone's got a religion. Protestant. And they took shrines. And they took the what? So the ones I like to get for war are still out there. So that's good. And then as far as our great profit goes, we're getting 2 points per turn. 60 turns. So 30 turns. Or 60 points, so 30 turns. Or we just buy one, but we're gonna get our 30 turns before we get any kind of money like that. Okay, now we can lock in there. As you can see, there's really... We can put a plantation here, which would give us 2 more gold. We would just not make the oracle as fast. But we got Liang here. I think we kick that over. We get our worker. And we could probably just chop out 1, 2, 3. Boom, like that. Put our plantation down. This worker's coming down to 6, so we're going to need to switch Liang over there soon. This worker's coming down to 3. We're going to actually put Liang over here first. And then what I want to do is I want to buy, and then bonus for my harbor. Still no peace. And here we go. 115. There's our wheel. And yeah, we'll go 3 turns for the wheel. We're gonna raid this in 3 turns, but that spawned us another one. That's totally fine because we're just wanting to get XP with those guys. So we're gonna get this worker to 1, then stop. Keep getting our XP here. Let's come over here and shop. Okay, now I think we had right here. Don't want to build this worker yet. And Anasi was already taken. We do need 2 galleys, so let's start getting that. We can tick this worker all the way down to 1, then we'll change.
All the world's a stage.
Okay, Beowulf. Now we're gonna go take London with Beowulf. I don't know that Beowulf's ability actually works on a vampire. I don't think it does, but we'll see. Okay, so New York. Washington has a trading post now. And it's probably a good idea to get transfer to New Orleans. Okay, now we're going to do several chops here. But first, we're going to build a plantation. Second, we're going to move Liang to New Orleans. Third, we're going to come here for a chop. And we're going to keep going with the Oracle. I'd like to get a barracks first. But an ancient walls is a bonus we do need, so let's just get that out of the way. Do that. We can raid. So here we go. Now we can get a barracks. So in 5 turns, when Liang's established, we'll get the worker out.
Sometimes the wheel turns.
Really, we just want to get a road from here to New York so that when we settle down here, we can get there quicker. Because our first road does make it to Washington. And actually, if we go New Orleans to Cincinnati, we'll be able to put a whole road along this whole thing, which would be even better. That'll help us really move our troops along that line when it comes time. 2 more gold per turn. And it actually kicked my unit over across the field here. That's okay. And we even got time to heal up. Now, we are going to want to build a commercial hub soon, which will probably be here. One of the first chops I do when this unit is out. Okay, so we got our barracks up. We're gonna chop a good chunk of these turns off. And we'll do... There's no wall there yet. If there was a wall, we'd probably want to do this. But for now, we can do zone of control. Yeah, we can push these guys down for now. Bring them down. We do need to keep a unit here. Keep things under control. Here's our chop, down to 3. And now we can move him to here. So Magnus to the capital. In 5 turns, we are going to chop out this, this, and this. So we got 3 chops to do that. And as far as the build order goes, why don't we do this one first? Because it's looking like we're going to be able to lay a commercial district down. Our industrial is still quite a ways away. And do we want any of these? Not really. Maybe Nan Model, but even still, we aren't near any lakes or coast, right? Coast or lakes provide 2 culture. So right here, here's some coast. Your districts, and there aren't any districts there, so that's not really what we need. We don't got that, so I'm still gonna just hang on to that point. There's no reason to drop it on any of those guys. We're indifferent to all those civilizations. None of them are really worth it for what we got going on right now. Okay, now we are fine with killing this guy. Cross this bridge. across the river anyway. And let's see what happens if we see how this does on the vampire. Yeah, look at that, it just deleted the vampire. Wonder if he's gonna reappear on the next turn. 'Cause usually you can't kill vampires, but wouldn't that be a nice little trick if you get Beowulf and just kill vampires? Beowulf's ability is he can use that to just delete a troop, as long as it's a certain amount of strength. Okay, back to it. Oh, and I might have forgot about my builder here. I think it's gonna probably kick over, which isn't a complete loss. It's just one less build, so I only got the 3 on there. Let's get over here and get the cotton. And we're gonna skip the turn there. Go ahead and pillage that. You need a watermill. And this city doesn't really have any good tiles around it. They're all 2 food, 1 production. Well, you got no soldiers in there. So, because there are no soldiers in there, I can hit them and then heal up. And still 2 turns to get Magnus there. When you got a barb camp out on the outskirts like this, if you take it, you can get a bonus. Yeah, that's good and all, but you can also use it to just farm XP for your troops. And that's kind of what I got going on right now. So now we got our barracks up, or our encampment. We're gonna go ahead and get a barracks going so we can start trying to work on a general. I wouldn't mind getting over there. Then again, you don't. I'm not gonna be able to get a troop over there and take that encampment out. So I guess I'm actually just gonna steer clear of it. Right here, this will burn out and the trees will regrow. I'm just hoping they regrow in time to get chopped. Liang is here now. Let's get our worker. Well, that's a bummer. Actually, no, we're alright. I was thinking this guy was gonna die. But we got Beowulf.
Money.
And your chariot is gone. When you get a base down like this, it's nice to have at least one bombard, which can kind of keep this, because they're going to get health back every turn. So if you got the bombard going on it like this with the archer, then we can more or less keep this health on this city right about where it is, while these guys heal up. Just gonna keep farming XP up there. This is what I'm working on next, this tier resources. So we're gonna get him. We're gonna get this one, and I'm gonna buy, and we'll get this one. The main reason I'm gonna buy is I want to keep Nan Modal as a friend. But I want this tile. I don't want them to get it. So let's see. I need 120. So that's the next one I got there. And Rapa Nui here. Your abilities can make them Moai. So that's like yet another kind of meh one of these city-states. There's a lot of really good ones. And whatever reason, they gave me all ones that I'm just like, I'd rather just take them over. I'd rather have the city than the buff.
A man on a horse is spiritually.
Okay, we still have 4 more charges, so they spawn anything in here, we're just gonna kill it right away. And a hero hits like a truck, so he's just gonna keep crossing there and smacking them. There's probably nothing down here but Arctic ice, so I'm not really worried about seeing what's there. But we might as well go see what's over here. Okay, here's round 1. Let's go get that. And we do need 2 galleys, so that'll be 1. We need an ancient wall. 3. This is probably the one we're gonna struggle to get the most. That 3rd district. Commercial hub. And we want the harbor there. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's start working on that commercial hub. That'll be our 3rd district. Take the 2-2 tile there. And we got a 2-1-1, which we'll take there. So that's going to be 1 build, 2 builds, 3 builds. We can buy this, and that would be... That's not worth the money right now, though. Not worth the money. This chop right here is what we need. We'll get some XP here though. Scout fight. We want to be basically taking one turn off of all these. See if we can remember to trade those around. Okay. So let's go. I'm probably gonna take London. Not this turn, but the next one, I think.
Red is the first.
Stick with what we got there. Yeah, we can build an industry. Another chop. We'll heal again. So here we go. We're gonna get the fishing boat, which we are also going to trade. We'll just wait. Next turn. So the planes. Heal up right there. So are these guys, can't they take... Can't we do this? We might be able to do this. That was a bummer. But we went with it. And now we'll take the city.
This severe and afflicting loss.
So got a little ballsy there and lost a warrior that we didn't necessarily have to do, but it was good to go ahead and just get that city up out of the way. And we got another settler, which we can drop in here. And yeah, we'll keep that. And we got a harbor, so that got our 3rd district bonus. Let's see if we can chop burnt land. What do you think? Wouldn't that be great? One chop here, which I think we need to use down here. Chop there. I feel like chopping more of this out is probably what we want to do. Let's get Liang into New York. So I feel like that's where our next worker is going to need to be. We'll move him after the chop. 125 gold to buy that tile.
I sprang upon the swift ship in the form of a dolphin. Pray
There's
to
our
me
oracle.
as Apollo Delphinius. Also the altar itself shall be called Delphinius.
So oracle,
and
it
overlooks
makes when I spawn new heroes, they live longer. So if they lived for like 25 turns, now they're gonna live for I think it's like 15% more. Actually, look at it real quick. 25. Okay, so recalling a hero is 15% less faith. And buying great people, 25% less faith. And districts in this city provide 2 great person points of their type. So this city is going to be pretty awesome as far as generating great people points. Okay, now here's another trick too. Is see, I got nothing queued up. If I chop this, then the production still goes to this city, so whatever I'm grabbing next is going to have less turns. And in this case, I'm thinking I probably want to more production. Production is king. So why don't we chop that out? Now it's 3 turns. We can move Magnus over to Orleans, which is where I want to do my next chop, right here. We'll go ahead and heal up. Here, we'll heal up. And I think our next move is to make war. And probably Armagh. So we're going to heal up and then we're going to start taking these troops north. And now that London's gone, we can probably move this guy out. And they're going to be just fine there now. So we can raid again here now. And we do want this watermill, but to tell you the truth, we need another builder more than anything. So why don't we start? Well, no, we do need a watermill. Because we're going to get a builder here first. The extra production will help. So let's stick with that. Okay, 5 turns. Then we're going to get over here and chop this. We can buy this square tile now. And then go get our boats on it. There's one attack and another one with our little XP farm going on over here. And it is 14 to 34 turns, so we're going to get a golden age on this here, I believe. And there's 2 boats. But it looks like I might have already had that. I think I might have got it when I took London. but it's all good. We are totally fine with. Yeah, we'll stick with 3 food over the 3 gold. Now let's come over here and get our dives. So I'm gonna go dives, then shop. Valletta. Now this is what we want. Where's Valletta at? Right there. Valletta is an awesome. City center buildings and encampment district buildings can be bought with faith. Cost of purchasing ancient, medieval, and Renaissance walls is reduced, but they can only be bought with faith. And our card that we have gets us 2. And if we send them a trade route, we'll get another envoy. And the reason why I haven't really been looking at these is because, number one, I saw this one earlier. I needed a great profit, and I'm going to get one to get an envoy there. That's fine. But really, I'm planning on taking over Kandy. I'm planning on taking over Nalanda. I'm planning on taking over Rapa Nui. I'm planning on taking over Armox. I don't really care about these quests they have. If I hit them, I hit them. But I'm planning on these envoys to go away because when you take a city over, the envoys are gone. Now this one right here, if I can build a campus, I would. But it's just not. When you're going kind of the warpath that I am, you know, trying to tech out with science isn't really a priority. Not right now. Not when I just plan on taking everything for myself. So with London, we're still on the repair route. And I might have to look it up one of these days, but I've always felt like you get more health back quicker in a city. It might just be a placebo effect. And even in your own borders. Whereas when you're trying to heal up outside your borders, I feel like it's slower, but it also might even have to do with what kind of unit it is. But that's why I didn't move these guys out of here. I'm just going to go ahead and heal there, and then we'll move on. And now I'm looking at getting these warriors to swordsmen. How are we doing on that profit? We got to be getting near it. We're at 44 to 66. And there's always a flood. So these can be good and bad. I think I don't think I changed the disaster rate. I think I have it on 2, which is the bear set. But basically all these tiles are going to get +1 food, which is cool, but anything down here, which is probably here and here, are now broken and I got to go repair them. Fortunately, to repair doesn't take a build, so we're going to repair that. We're going to come back and repair this. I think we're taking the greenery. I do like Apodana. You get 2 envoys and you build a wonder. But this is the natural spot that I kind of scoped out for dropping an Apadana. And realistically, if we're playing along and I notice that somebody builds this Oxford, then I'm not going to put my campus here. Because the only reason I got my campus here is because this is one of the few flat plains I have to put Oxford. At that point, I would swap my campus over to here and bonus these mountains. And then I'd be looking for a different place to put my residential, because you want to put your residential on your prettiest piece of land. So for right now, when in doubt, take food. Food and production. And then we're gonna go with, we got our barracks. Let's go with a builder. I can't build one more trade route. Almost thinking after we get done here, we get that trade route, we set up a trade that goes from New York all the way down to London.
The 4 building blocks of the...
Yeah, let's get our swordsman. Go repair. Disperse. We'll heal up. You know, we don't really need this commercial district as bad as we need 2 galleys. And with London, if we get a galley there, that'll get us our ship building. We do need an ancient walls. That's more than we actually need the greenery, so let's do that. So with what we got going on here, we should go ahead and be able to get a few more upgrades. The reason I'm doing this is we're just not going to get 2 campuses built. So I need another governor title, so I'm gonna just stick with it. I'm probably gonna do this one second. Get my 2 governor titles. We'll bonus this and have the religion out. This is already bonused, so I'm already kind of looking into these is what I want to be doing next. We're gonna get 10 pop in our capital. That's fine. I think I've only got the 1 farm built right now, so I do need to kick some workers out and get farms built. And this card right here is what really lets you start getting your civ built out. So, timing wise, we're doing alright. Cool thing about districts is they always come with a road, even though there was one coming through it. So districts they're gonna get their road. We still got 4 charges here. I think why don't we try coming up through here? So we're gonna get here with 6 turns. We got 4 charges. Our lifespan is 15 on Beowulf. So we should be able to take that Armagh down pretty quick. Yeah, I was going to chop this out, but I think we're going to just go ahead and get the 2 food, 2 production, 1 gold here. Okay, not a whole lot going on down there. And gotta be careful here. So we'll get into the trees. Get our defense bonus. These guys, they built their long ships, their capital, in a lake. It's not optimal. Like this is our great prophet, so that's cool. Zoroaster.
Our populace.
And we got a Hercules. Is it worth getting that Hercules though? Can we get it? He's still out there. $29 turns for a Hercules. After the galley, maybe? Gotta get this repaired. There's so much good stuff going on down here. We gotta get it repaired. We were even pillaged into here too. But we get the galley out and we can explore the coast. Get our bonus. Maybe even still get Hercules. So... for the archer, I think we want to set up over here. Get up into this section. Let's explore into here. There might be a valley in here. There might be a mountain wall. We'll see. Of course, they go park right where I want to be. Come on, man. That ended up being a good spot. Okay, we got this all cleaned up now. And it is only the one build. Okay, so let's take a peek at reassign to I think Cincinnati. That's where the most chops are gonna be. And we'll take Reina. New Orleans. And then we'll go RXP. Starting to think I just start working on farms. I need 6 of them, so let's start working on them. Yeah, I think we are ready to declare war. Us being right next to this archer is a good time to go ahead and just get him out of the way. Is that Armagh up there? Candy? gonna wait for this guy to move. No. We'll be at war soon enough. You'll have to wait your turn. And they started immediately building a city walls.
And all I ask, history is the
Spurs? No. 2 turns. There. Vision time. Our 3 districts. Got our 2 galleys coming. We do need another mine. We've only got 1. Okay, and we can build a lumber mill. All kinds of fun stuff going on right now, so let's just do the lumber mill. Because you only need 1 to get that bonus. We'll wait for them to move still. Log is over here. Now you can keep this boat in the city, like we are. I do need another builder, so let's do that. Got the galley. I need a 3rd archer, so let's do that. Let's check our religion. And we are the lion. Extasium. The religion of Extasium. And shrines and temples provide culture equal to their intrinsic faith output. Not gonna be trading with anybody. I'm not going for a cultural win. Wonders provide 4 amenity in cities, especially districts. Holy sites, faith adjacency bonus provides production as well. That's a great one. Okay, now I'd like something that's going to give me some attack power. So let's get down here. Get so 5 faith, 5 common strength when within the borders of friendly cities that follow their religion. Okay, so that's a defending one. We want to attack. Crusade. Combat units gain 10 strength when within the border of a foreign city that follows religion. So this one right here is where we're going to go. We got plus 10 strength, and we're going to keep basically our missionaries and apostles with our army, and we're going to convert cities as we move along and get that extra bonus. So when we get our apostles, we'll unlock these 2 beliefs, but for now we're going to stick with that. And I'm going to get this guy out of the way and hope that they don't have something here. And they have him there. So I might actually end up losing this swordsman. We'll see. Okay, now what do we want? Owls? Is it time for owls? I think it's time for owls. So owls is going to give me another policy spot. Why don't we go ahead and read the owls so you guys don't see. Number 1, unlock by sending an envoy to a city-state. And I get 1 economic policy slot. And each trade route sent to a city-state awards 1 envoy. So I can build envoys up if I want at city-states that I want, but that's not what I'm going for. I mostly want that policy slot. And we're going to use that. What are we mostly going to be doing right now? I guess right now we could just take the extra gold. We only got the one trade route, so it's two. But money's money. We're keeping this ship inside that base. We want to see if we can get an open borders deal here. Some iron. Looks like he was willing to do it for 5. Yeah, these guys are being real stubborn here. Why don't we sometimes just moving somewhere else we'll get them to move. We don't really need this galley anymore. To tell you the truth, we more need a builder if anything. Because we already bonused the 2 galleys, I believe. Oh no, we didn't. We do need the galley. Okay, we're about to get several bonuses here. And we need swordsman. Maybe, just maybe, he'll survive 2 rounds there. And he'll get an upgrade and then kill that guy. I think we're gonna make it out of here. Right, so got our walls. Guess we just take the greenery. They're probably a worker. And the reason you leave the ship in here is it gives a more defense. And we're gonna have the archer come in, but this guy, if he attacked over and over, isn't going to be able to take out that much defense. About the best thing he could do is maybe get on this square and pillage it, or stop building here. But that's about it.
Make it skip.
I know we're gonna build over these, but it's okay. We're, in the meantime, gonna get our bonus. We're just trying to escape. There. Maybe we get out of there, maybe we don't. It's kind of a roll of the dice whether or not the other archer was there. I didn't think he would be, but sure enough he was. I think I'm going to try to get Apadana built. But first, let's get a trader. Here, yes, we do need a builder. We'll build the builders here, and we'll get a granary going there. Watermill. Another raid. Okay, now our religion, we should have done this a couple turns ago, but we're going to do it now. Okay, it's 850 to get our twins out again, so we're not going to be able to do that quite yet. We're going to have to skip this whole era. But let's get our missionaries out. And because I plan on taking them over and I get plus 10 when I do. And they don't have, well, they do have a religion. They're Protestant. So Norway. Alrighty, well. There is a bonus for converting 6 cities, any cities, to your faith. Alright, we're gonna go with that. So plan is to take out Armagh, take out Candy, grab our troops, and push north. He's gonna make it. How about that for a hit and run? Alright. Okay, now because we are going to attack Candy, we do want to convert them. And we're probably not going to attack Muscat. Gonna put these guys in defense here. Now these guys are kicking out men-at-arms. So we could take one attack from that before we're just gonna have to get out of there now. That was quite the change there. They usually go to swordsman next, then men-at-arms, but that's what we're at. Still got 4 charges on Beowulf. Okay, so it's a little hidden valley in here. We're not going to be able to see what's in there until the end game. We can get up in here and check it out. That was one hell of a shot. 57, huh? Let's start by getting rid of that archer. And we'll shoot you. Okay, we just healed up right there. Now let's go up here and see if we can upset Harold. Let's come back and get that healed up or upgraded. Convert to Cincinnati. About time to push north here. That is notable. They do got walls up here now, which means this is probably going to spring a wall here very soon. So let's see how that goes. And one by one, we're going to take out whatever troop they put in there. Just make sure we don't mistake Candy's sword. Set Candy's guys for that.
Steam hiss.
Okay, now one more builder, which will be right there. So Liang down to London. And she'll be there just in time for that builder. We got one build left. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get over there. We'll put our 5th or 6th farm there. Okay, we got another trading. And for sheer road purposes, it's probably best to just stop at Liverpool because we already have a road here. And you want to get the trading post set up. In some builds, we're not doing a whole lot of trading this time around, but there are some instances later in the game if you got these trading posts set up, it just makes things a lot easier because your traders can then trade further out with every post they set up. Okay, so over to New York. Alright, now we do want to get that builder. I want to get these up. And when this hits 10, then we'll build another settler. So we're about to explode on growth here in just the right scenario. So we got a builder going on there. I do see a way of doing maybe a government plaza here, which would bonus these two guys. We might even be able to swap these two. Yeah, I'm seeing a possibility there. So like that. That. Put the Estrada there. And actually, I could put the Estrada here. Entertainment there. Broadway. Government Plaza. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we can put a yielding building here, possibly. But it has to belong to Washington. 2, or 1, 2, 3. So what would we want here? I think you're gonna go ahead and want. This is a spot for Washington. So I'm thinking either a campus here. We might end up changing that, but let's go for a campus for now. I gotta see what's here. Can we build a missionary? Not quite yet. Yeah, I think another builder. Kind of cruise along this ice and see if I can find a way to this island. I'd love to get to the other side of the map and find out what they have over there as far as units, because it looks like what we got going on here is this whole continent is going to end up being mine.
If I were again beginning my...
Challenge. Now this time we can shoot here. This might just take the thing. And our longest eyes. Okay, unfortunately, it looks like that's the end of the road down here. We can't go through these dark blue, and we need to find a way to this coast. So that's a bummer. Now we're gonna have to push up north. Yeah, we'll keep that. We do need a quadrair army. But we need catapults. We get this, I know we can get one bonus for getting a kill with that, and when we attack Candy, if we do it right, we can park a quadrair army out here and try to get one of those kills. Alright, let's get a monument. Repair. Is there an island over here? Oh, there is. Look at that. And then we're gonna build a missionary and go see what is finally here. So we might move the house here. Okay, there's one more charge. We don't want to declare war on Candy until we convert them. These guys are about ready to turn into a new city-state. We're not gonna be friends. Okay, I can get one free kill, and I would like to get one of these guys. So let's push out. Actually, this is the guy I want right there. Well, we got two builds. So let's get a plantation. And we got farm 5 and farm, is that not farm 6? That was farm 6. Oh, we already got it. Alrighty, well that works. 2 markets, 4 trade routes. We're not gonna get that. Might be able to get that. We already got 1. Pretty much at this point you gotta choose what are you gonna get on these out of these 3. We're only able to get 1. So we need one more holy district. Okay, where's the logical place to get one? Probably right here. You chop a lot of stuff out right here. So let's get ready for that. Put him in New York. He'll come out in 3 turns. And then we'll chop this out. We'll see this archer walk into this base, possibly. We are gonna get our golden age. You already got it secured. And you do gotta be careful about overshooting your golden age. But I think we're gonna overshoot this one actually, and I don't see a way that we're not. We're gonna overshoot it by quite a bit, I think. And Himiko, that's a great one. Still make a Himiko. Get ready for that then. Alright, so we're gonna make a move on this archer right here. And we got open borders with these guys. Actually, we are gonna have to wait one more turn. I forgot that when I declare war it's gonna kick me out, so let's, there we go, we got our converted them. So now we'll have our +10 when we attack them. Yeah, let's go see what's around that mountain. Here we are, 102, still got a mountain, we don't know what's back there. We're gonna just, should we build that out? Well, yeah, let's get up here and get Apadana going. That. This guy can be a nuisance. He's gonna probably park right here and raid it. like to get all of this guy's cities converted. Okay, are we in Pingala time? Are we getting near Pingala time? Let's see if we're near Pingala time, so we'll put Pingala in there. Once this kicks over, we'll build one here. I got a feeling we're going to be fighting barbarians for a little bit around here. Alright, let's kick this baby over to a war. And where did this archer go? He is right there. Let's just start with that. We'll take one swordsman out. Wanted to get the archer, but we're not going to get him. At this point, the best thing we can be doing is just getting as many of these tiles built up as we can. Play defense. And let's move down to Austin with a road. Alright, what do we want now? Is it a second commercial hub we're gonna go for? Two markets or two temples. Well, let's take the money. Or is Kotu Kente available? Still be a minute off from that. Machu Picchu would be nice. Get Machu Picchu. One more archer will give us the 3 we need to get our crossbow upgrade. I'll get back down here and take care of that guy. I know we're probably going to be building on there and there here pretty soon, but not here, so we'll leave these 2 open because these are probably our next 2 builds. Really, we're just fine just sitting in this area. I'm about to lose Beowulf. I'm gonna get another heroic epic or relic, and that's fine. So I don't really even care if he dies on this turn or the next one. So I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna get on the high ground here. I'm gonna sit in that mountain pass. We're gonna get an archer behind these guys. I already have one that's going to be coming up behind here. We're going to get our quadrilateral built. Go get a kill. Either here or there. And for this, I do want to build Apadana, but it's going to take a little prep work here. Because I want to farm, I want to cut this down and get the reward for it. Right, so this builder is going to help us get a lot of this going on down here. I do want to get a Himiko or a Hercules. And they're both still available. I wouldn't mind getting a Sinbad if he's still around. I think he is.
I cannot imagine any condition which would cause a ship to...
Is there a road there? There is a road there. Get a little points first. And then get off my land. Okay, it is ocean. Get off my ocean. Okay, yeah, we did once. Another one of those. Now here's what I'm talking about. So there's actually two farms here. We're gonna get both. So we go ahead and start with the commercial hub here. And take the food so we get our 10. Get up here. D up. Kill this guy. And I think we're gonna sit right here. He's gonna take one more shot from here, so this guy can defend. Let's go to right here. So yeah, I really don't want to build that out. These two, I would like to get this going because I would really like to get a barracks in my home plot. So let's buy that. Ancient walls coming up. We do need 3 mines. Got another builder. Let's get that going. So we're about to harvest some stuff in here. That he heals. It's plains. Grassland. Hills, so we're gonna come here after this part. But for now, bye. Harvest on the next. Now, I'm not really seeing these guys want to get out of here. And we're going to need some upgrades to deal with them. So we might as well go back and get ready for it. That's good. So now we're gonna get Beowulf is gone. We don't really need an archer to stay at the coast here. Can bring him up. Can bring him up as well. And sometimes I don't clear these, even though I am reading them as they pop up. But make sure I don't lose anything. Okay, we're going to be near a city, so I'm going to go ahead, instead of taking the +1 move, I'm going to take the range attack combat strength. So we can sit here and get bombarded. We come up right here. Yeah. Production. Chopped out a turn. Chopped out another turn. This amenity will be nice. Okay, Liang. We want another builder. Probably here. At this point, we can probably just keep Liang parked here and just make builders. So you kind of come to a point where you got enough cities that you don't need to move these Liang, and you'll still move him where you want the chopping to mostly take place. But Liang will probably just stay here. Liang's a coastal governor anyway. Might be able to cross the sea here. And after we get this commercial hub up, I guess we'll switch to Apadana. We're going to get this watermill up, and then I think we go ahead and get 2 catapults to come up here and take out Candy. 2 will do the job. Since we're kind of going the route of an expansionist, militaristic civilization, when we get apostles, we don't have them yet, we're going to try to get something that gets us more faith with population, or something that's going to bonus our faith, where we're going to accumulate more the bigger we grow. So that's my 6th city following my religion. Now we're going to just go ahead and D up right there. There's no reason to push it here, so we can fall back. need a mine, so we can put one here. We're gonna harvest that. Provides 4 faith to all your cities that are within 6 tiles. Must be built on desert hill terrain. So here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one may not be in it, but you'd get a lot of faith right here. I'm thinking about just doing that one. Let's do it. Right near the volcano. Remember, wonders can't be destroyed with natural disasters. So it's great to put those near volcanoes. Kind of in explore mode now. Yeah, we do want that, but we do want the holy site more. I know this doesn't look like a good spot because it's initially not getting these bonuses. But we're going to get the 2 amenity. We're putting it by the river. And then we're going to go ahead and put something here that will bonus it. And we're already going to get bonused here when we build this. We're going to get bonus here. And this one actually is a bonus. So it does have 1, but this is only a partial with the forest there. So eventually this will be kicking out more faith, just not initially, but we need it to get our second temple. So we're going to go with it. And now, when this goes up, it's going to burn these all down anyway. So I think we get over here and harvest these things. We'll start getting ready to cross the sea with this guy and go exploring. Okay, so from there. Alright, this is one of those games, man, where it's always like, oh yeah, one more turn. I got my stop. Gonna get it going. No, not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep right on going. That worked out great there. But I am kind of getting to the point here where I think I better start thinking about wrapping it up. They dropped a city, and I'm gonna just go ahead. Right now, it's already gonna fall my way. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it right there. So, if you enjoyed the playthrough and the thinking I have as I go and move along and build this civ up, and I guess we'll be back on the next one. So let's go ahead and save this thing. We'll go right over the old Abraham Lincoln. Save. And I'll catch y'all later.